Welcome to Dance with Oleg app. Today we're going to learn a little bit about body weight in Rumba. And also we can use the same concept in any other dance. But we start with the Rumba first. So what is the body weight? So body weight, it's how we're moving our spine from foot to foot, or how we transferring the body weight. So we don't really need to know what is body weight. We need to know how to transfer the body. So if this is your body, it has a weight and we want to transfer it. And we transfer it normally from one foot to another. Or some people say moving your spine is the same. Moving spine, moving your body weight. So how to transfer the body weight? So first of all, we have to understand that the body weight will always be traveling from one leg to the middle, we call it split position, and to another leg. So that's number one. So if you imagine this spine, a straight line, which will represent our weight movement, like this line, I keep my hands here so you can see. So now my body weight, my spine is on the right leg, now is in the middle, now is on the left leg. And we can do it two ways. We can keep heels down or we can lift the heel. But normally, like when you move your body weight completely to one of the leg, the foot is naturally released. And this you see, this is how you learn also about the footwork. So sometimes people didn't transfer the weight and trying to point the feet. Of course, it will never work. You have to fully transfer the weight. This way is releasing your foot. Then you can point, you can rotate, you can do many other manipulations with your body. So transfer body weight to the one leg, transfer to the middle, transfer to another leg. And now in this next exercise, we're going to just drive our spine from one foot through the middle to another foot. So we're just going to drive our body weight. We're driving our spine from one foot to another. So we're on the right leg right now. We're in the middle, and we're going to pass through that, go to the other leg. So we're constantly changing the weight, rolling our weight. And this terminology, rolling your weight, rocking, constantly rocking, is very important. So how we can use that knowledge? For example, when we dance rumba, we have a figure eight movement where your hip going forward, side, then back, forward, side, and back, together with the compression and rotation. Compression, rotation. So when we do figure eight, if we keep our spine in the same spot, we will have a beautiful body action, but will not have volume. So if we add our spine movement, body weight movement to figure eight, we can have much more volume and much more beautiful movement. And when you dance with the partner, she or he can sense where are you going, or your preparation of going. So you see already here in this very simple movement, by observing how you're transferring, how you're moving your spine from foot to foot with figure eight or without figure eight, you already can create a lot of movement. So the spine movement on its own, you already have much more movement than you just stay in place and work in your hips. So every time you, of course, you want to work your hips, you want to do those beautiful actions, add your spine. Now, what's next we can learn? It's how to do a simple side step. For example, we want to step side, and then maybe let's say closing the leg. How to do that using this knowledge. So we always, when we take a step, we want to have a split weight position. So you would never want to have too much spine forward, or you don't want to delay. You don't want to keep your spine or body weight on the same leg. So every time we take a step, in this case we take step to the side, we always want to have a split land in the split weight position. Therefore, you will see we have this delayed hip. So we use that compression. So split weight. So this is a great exercise. Close your feet like this, and you have one heel up, one heel down. And as you release your weight down, and boom, you take your step with the split weight. Now here you can use your foot, you can use your spine to complete your weight, and then do body action. So in this case, movement will look very gradual, and you always have some continuity after it. Whether if you step like this, now all you can do is just a little bit hip action. So we try always step into the split weight, then go somewhere else. The same applies for the forward walks. So you see, when we're here, if I would like to take a step forward, of course you want to release your weight, and as you already know from my other videos, you release towards your standing leg, towards the heel, and from here you start drifting your spine from the thigh rotation, and you want to land somewhere here. You would never want to go right here. So you release, you drift your spine to the middle, and now you're using that back leg, thigh and foot, and of course a little bit the spine, initial energy to complete your weight. So you go step, then complete the weight. In this case, you will always, after you took a step, have something to do. And it's not only body action, it's actually transferring weight on its own. And step, transfer. The same for the other. And step, transfer. Okay, and the same secret apply for the backward walks. So when we go backward, what is the mistake? Is if we step and transfer weight right away. Not a good idea. So we start always, of course, prepare your posture. We release your weight down. You put the foot back. We can put heel down, or you can do delay hip for the backward is possible. But let's do now a more basic version where you put heel down. So you split weight position right here, and then from here you transferring, complete transferring, and that's where it's this foot being released. And you can actually use that foot to complete transferring. So go and step, split position, transfer. Collect leg under you, step, transfer. And also, to great way to practice, we're gonna, on number, for example, 2, we take a step, split position. On and, we complete transferring. And on R, we complete our body action. So you have 2 and R timing. And 2 and R, 30 and 4 and 1 and So of course you're gonna ask, okay, but music is much faster. That's always my student ask. So this is for you, doesn't matter how fast music, how slow. You practice like this and try to achieve as much as possible technique, your steps in this way. Of course, music faster, you're just gonna blend more in, but definitely if you just go in fast music, transferring weight right away, it's never going to be smooth. So if you practice this way and try as much as possible, each step create a split weight position, then complete your weight. In this case, you achieve a very beautiful, very fluid movement, and you always feel like you never rush. You always have time to do anything. So I'll try to do a little bit faster. You go 2 and 30 and 4 and 1 and So you see here, on 2, I try to a little bit faster take a foot, then I have continuation of the body. The same for the forward, and 2 and 30 and 4 and 1 and And on the last one in Rumba, because we have a 4, maybe we can do a little bigger step, and we're gonna transfer a little bit slower, and 1 and So go 4 and 1 and And even, let's say, like I always teach, nose over the toes and chest forward. You can have your chest forward, you can have your rib cage forward, but don't have your full weight here. So you have slightly delayed hip or neutral hip, but don't go full weight right away. So how to work with this information? For example, as always, we practice with the basic steps. Let's choose the basic step of Rumba. We have a backward rock step, 2, and we have replace forward, 3. We have side, 4 and 1. We have forward rock, 2, or it's called check. Replace back, 3. We have side, 4 and 1 and. Why this step is very important? Because it has a backward step, has a forward action, has a side action on each leg. So it's a great way to practice. Even though we call this rock step, but technique of splitting weight is very, very essential here. So you step, then you rock. Step. So this is how you practice. You're going to practice your split weight position in this particular step. So you will, of course, prepare your position. You release your weight down towards the heel, and you will try to get your heel here and stay in the split weight position. Then gradually complete your weight. Now from here, remember our secrets to have a split weight position. So we release our weight, boom, and we just get the heel here. Like most of people, they already want to go forward. It's not a good idea. So we just put the heel down. So we in that split position. And then on count and we're gonna finish our weight with the pendulum. Now for the side, same idea. We go 4, and here we're gonna through squeezing and delaying our hip, we can make transferring even longer. 4 and 1 and the same for the check forward walk. 2 split weight, then you have chance to continue, and 30. And what you continue your body weight. If you already more advanced, you can continue body weight and do a little bit like a circle. That's also possible. But now to do just body weight is already great. 30 split weight, and then side 4. You see how I'm delaying this? I never want to be here. 4 and 1 and now I'll do a little bit faster and try to see that I always try to split my weight and then continuously finish it after. So in this case, you come to a conclusion that the leg speed and body speed are slightly different. So it's very helpful when the leg is slightly faster. So you, with the partial weight. So then after that, you can continue moving your weight and add a little bit action. So let's do a little bit faster. You can see how I'm doing it. 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, where I used to transfer my weight too soon, and then I was trying to do action and kind of in the music I never had time, and it felt like my body was not listening to me. But since I discovered split weight position, I feel like in any type of music, if let's say music fast, just send my leg there fast, and then I have much more time to complete my body. So use this information about split weight. See you at the next lesson.